Good afternoon to all. Last day we have done a poem named The Heart of the Tree. It was on the basis of environmental protection and the importance of tree planter here on earth. Today we are going to discuss a story named A Face in the Dark. It is a story written by Ruskin Bond. Ruskin Bond, an Indian author of British descent, is a prolific writer whose works are popular with adults and children alike. Ruskin Bond was really not an Indian writer. He lived in India, but his parents were from Britain. During the time of British rule, with his father, officially he reached here and he lived here and experienced Indian tradition, culture, way of life, even language, all he experienced during his life. On the basis of his experience, he had written a number of stories. One of such a story is The Face in the Dark, which we are going to read. His story is mostly popular among the Indian readers as well as the readers abroad. In the following story, writer Ruskin Bond relates a thrilling incident set among the picturesque hill around Shimla. The background of the story is Shimla, the capital city of Himachal Pradesh. We all like the place summer because Shimla is mostly considered as a cold region even during the time of summer. But a very dangerous summer too. During rainy season, it is very dangerous because of the slope position. To reach up to the top of the hilly region is not a easy task. So whatever it is, Shimla is very famous among the travelers because it gives a different experience. During the time of British rule, the was developed as a city because the British people who reside there because of climate. Naturally, Ruskin Bond's father also, as a forest officer, he was appointed there, and it was a very encouraging experience for Ruskin Bond to live and experience the real natural life. So his story mostly directly or indirectly related to the life in Shimla or the surrounded place. This story also gives same or similar experience, but it is a supernatural story, some unbelievable experience he discussed in the story that we are going to see there. Mr. Oliver, a school teacher, is on his way back to school late on night when he meets a strange young boy. Mr. Oliver was an Anglo-Indian teacher. Anglo-Indian teacher means his origin is from England, but he came to India and settled here in Shimla. And doing his job as a teacher, he was doing his duty as a teacher. And he stayed in the school campus. The school was only for boys, before independence. Indian standard of education was not as compared to the educational standard of nowadays. Mostly very rich children were allowed to go for education because it was very expensive and the schools were not nearby. Children had to go far a place and stay in hostel. And hostel fees and school fees were not affordable for a poor family. So only very rich family, male, went for education. During that time, Indian culture and tradition was not in favor of girls' education. So very rare girls went for education. This particular school is only for boys. It was a boys' school and a hostel was also attached to the school and the students stayed there and Mr. Oliver had the duty to teach the children in the school. At the same time, he had the responsibility of taking care of the children in the hostel also. It is not clearly told that he was the hostel in charge, but as a teacher, he has the moral responsibility to take care of the students of the same school during night even. The encounter fills him with horror and he takes to his heels only to discover that there is no escape from him. When he was coming back from the city Shimla towards the school, the time late in the evening, he found that one of the child from the school was out of the boundary of the school campus. It should not have been happened. So he went to the child and he aggressively wanted to ask what was the real reason why he was staying outside of the school campus in an odd hours. Then he got a strange experience from there, what it was and how it was that we are going to see in the story. Ruskin Bond makes skillful use of the element of a horror story. In this story, he used horror, the element of horror, very, very carefully so that the readers may not have that much horror, but the feeling may be experienced and the confusion and the suspense he hid in the story. Fear, surprise, suspense, and mystery to explore humanity, collective fascination with the dark. So these are the major theme of the story which we are going to read. That you can underline that fear, suspense, surprise, mystery, etc. are the major theme of the story. Then all of you, once you go through the introduction of the story. After that, we may go to the story and read paragraph by paragraph and explain it. Okay, let us start reading the story. There, A Face in the Dark. The story written by Ruskin Bond. The major character of the story, really speaking, a character-centered story is this. Few more characters are there, but sometimes we may feel that they are not real characters. They are only the character supposed by the main character. So one way we can say that only one character is there in the story, but more persons are mentioned there, but their identity is not properly mentioned. That means their identity is under confusion, and real identity we may not be able to declare that the particular character is this person. So, Mr. Oliver, already I told you he was an Anglo-Indian teacher. Anglo-Indian teacher means his origin. He brought up in England and he came to India as a teacher in an English medium school, and it was always boarding school, means all the students were forced to stay in the school because the students were not allowed to get admitted all part of India. Even British students also might have been there. Various part of India, very rich family. That to city Shimla. In the evening, he had the habit of visiting the city Shimla. During that time, number of vehicles were not there to travel, so mostly people to walk. Few kilometers were there from the school campus to the city. The road was not, as I have already told you, it was a it is a hill station, and the road go through city and nearby area, mostly having number of curves and slopes. So people mostly prefer to walk to and fro. Mr. Oliver also preferred the same. When he went to the city for mainly for have special tasty food from the hotel. Hostel food we know regular, and rationing food would be given. Some people may not like it. Some people may have an interest to have different food. As Mr. Oliver was a teacher, he had and he had the freedom to go out and enjoy variety food from the restaurant. So he sometimes preferred to go and have food from the hotel. The second one is cinema. There was cinema theater in Shimla. He wanted to watch movies, and the children were not allowed to do so. So, as a teacher, he had the freedom to go there. That also he enjoyed, and he was a bachelor. So there was no particular limit to reach home or to go to market in a particular time. As he wished, he visited the places. One day, the same way he visited Shimla and came back little late in the evening. After the evening, people mostly prefer to walk only through the main road, not shortcuts, because shortcuts mostly pass through the pine tree forest. Means similar as a hill station, varieties of trees were not there. Mostly pine trees were there, and pine tree leaves were in a particular category, and the leaves and branches produce some sound when we keep our foot on it. So, the irritating sound when the wind passed through the pine trees, that time also there would be whistling sound. So, people mostly afraid of passing through the shortcuts during night or late in the evening. But as a highly educated man, Mr. Oliver did not have such fear. He preferred the shortcut to pass through. He had a torch with him, so it was easy for him to travel through the shortcuts, and he did not have any fear to travel on. He traveled a considerable distance from the city, and almost he reached nearby the school campus. When he reached nearby the school, he observed that one of the boy from the school, from the school hostel, was out of the school campus, and sitting on a rock. He wore the school uniform. He had a cap on his head, and he was keeping his head down and sitting on a rock. Mr. Oliver got angry because it was the done by an indisciplined student. This in the story used the word as miscreant, means indisciplined, disobedient student. Otherwise, he would have accompanied, if it was necessary, would have been accompanied by any hostel authority, or somebody else would be with him. But he was alone, means without getting the permission from the school. And he was sitting on a rock. Mr. Oliver angrily came close to him and asked him why was sitting there. When he asked the question very angrily and looked at him very carefully, he understood that the boy was not only sitting there, he was crying. Something might have happened to him, and he was crying. He was very sad. Then his angry mood changed into kindness, and he wanted what had happened to the child who was sitting there. He again and again asked what happened to him. But the child was not ready to show his face. He kept his face on his nose, on his knees, and he was sitting there. After asking many times, the child kept his head straight and looked at the teacher, Mr. Oliver. When he looked at him, Mr. Oliver had a surprise. His face was not even a face. His face did not have eyes, nose, or mouth. And it was only a round ball-shaped head. means the head was not considered as even a head because the shape of the head was not like a human head or face. It was like a smooth surfaced ball. So Mr. Oliver had a surprise and a fear. He wanted to escape from the place. He thought that something strange was going to happen. So he wanted to leave the place. When he decided to leave the place, his hands were trembling and his torch fallen down. He tried to search the torchlight from during that darkness, but it was not possible for him. He did not get back the torch. So he started running from there. He started carelessly towards the school, the direction of the school. He started running, but he sometimes hit on the nearby trees and falling down, again started running, and sometimes he slipped and fallen down. Like that, many times he tried his best to reach the road which lead towards the school. When he stood on the road and looked forward, till that time he was totally tired. But he saw a light from the distance. It was the light from the school gate, and he was sure that the gatekeeper was there. So he started running again towards the school gate so that he may get any help from the gatekeeper. When he reached the reached at the school gate, he saw the light from the watchman, and the watchman was keeping the oil lamp with him and looked at the teacher, Mr. Oliver, and asked him what happened. Then Mr. Oliver told that he had seen a figure, but the figure, it was a human figure, but the figure did not have a proper head, proper face was not there, a faceless human figure. He saw on his way and he was afraid of that. He openly told it to the watchman. Then the watchman was not able to understand what type of figure it was. Mr. Oliver tried to explain it. Then the watchman kept his oil lamp up and kept almost on his shoulder and showed his face and asked the teacher that was the figure like his face. Then Mr. Oliver looked at the face of the watchman. Then he understood that the same figure he saw in the forest. The watchman also did not have eyes, nose, lips, or even ears. It was also a round, smooth ball-like shape. When he looked at the face of the or head of the watchman, he again surprised and afraid of. Till then, the light went off. The light which was carried by the watchman went off, and the Anglo-Indian teacher, Mr. Oliver, started running from there too. There the story comes to an end, And the watchman had no eyes, no ear, no feature of all, not even an eyebrow. And that is when the wind blew, the light went off. Then what happened? Maybe the teacher might have fallen down unconscious, or he might have run away from there. What happened to what happened to him after that is not mentioned in the story. That is for our imagination, it is given there. There, the story comes to an end, and it is considered as a horror story. And really speaking, there was only one character, that was Mr. Oliver, and the watchman was not a real human character, and the child he met in the forest also was not a human character. So only one character story it is, and both the other characters were imaginary figures in the story. Like that, the story comes to an end. So all of you read the story once now itself. We have enough time. So paragraph by paragraph, all of you read it. Then, if anybody having any doubt, make it clear. You can ask the doubt and make it clear. Then we may wind up the class. Now read it. We have 15-20 minutes left.